Okay, so in this video, I'm going to go over all the problems that we discussed on the pre-quiz today online. So hopefully you have attempted or finished that. So first off, when you are given a graph, the easiest thing to do is find the y-intercept. And that is where the line here intersects the y-axis. So that's at that green point. So your b value is -1. And then you can rise over run. So I went up 6, and then I went right 2. 6 over 2 equals 3. And then you put it together, y equals 3x minus 1. Now we did not show you the slope triangle, so you could technically do the 1, 2, and -1, -4, and plug that into y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and you'll get the same slope. So you would get -4 minus 2, and you would get -1 minus 1. So you get -6 over -2, which simplifies to a +3. So it doesn't matter which strategy you use, as long as the math is correct, then the problem will end up being correct. Now for the second problem, the customer went to the garden shop, bought some soil or dirt for $17.50, 4 shrubs, and then spent a total of $53.50. Now the unknown is always located near the end, or at least for the most part, and it says find the price of each shrub. So that is our unknown. Now I think this next part is the most important part for the guess method, is you want to look at what our unknown is and then see which number is associated with that. So the $17.50 is talking about soil. Here it's talking about shrubs. So I can make that connection, and then my total is $53.50. So since I made that connection, I know my equation is going to be 4x plus the $17.50 I spent on the soil equals the $53.50. Now it's a two-step equation. You get 16 divided by 4. So there you go. On tomorrow's quiz, you're going to have to explain your answer, and you could just say the price of each shrub is $4. Now, the next question is still a solving an equation question, but now we consider it a multi-step. It's a multi-step because there's more than 2 steps. So whenever you see distribution, that is what you need to take care of first. And distribution is just a fancy way of saying multiply. So 3 times 5x is 15x. 3 times +4 is a +12. So from here, we can start collecting like terms or combining like terms. I like to put my x's first. So I'm going to group all those together. And then I'm going to do what it tells me to do. It tells me 15x minus 13x. So then I know it's 2x. It tells me here +12 minus 20 will get me that -8. Add 8 on both sides. We get 2x equals 4. Divide by 2. X equals 2. Now for the fourth type of problem, use the slope and y-intercept to graph the equation. You are going to have to be able to graph by hand. Miss Cease and I like to pull out the 3 and the 4, 3 over 4, and our b value, which is -3. The b value tells us where we begin. So we are going to begin at 1, 2, 3 down and plot a point. So that is our y-intercept. Now the m is not a point. The m is our movement. So I'm going to go up 3, right 4 from that ordered pair. So up 3, right 4, up 3. So 1, 2, 3, right 4. Then you're going to use a straight edge. And then there's your line. Now students who worked today in class, they struggled with this problem. A student finds a slope of the line between 14, 1 and 18, 17. So if you label the points, I understand that we are used to putting 17 before 1 because it's y2 minus y1. However, it does not matter unless you don't keep the ordered pairs in the same position. So what I mean by that, see how 17 this student wrote last? Well, what needs to go underneath 17 is 18, but 18 was written underneath the 1. So she did not keep the order of the points. So the correct way, if this student would have done it this way, would have been 1 minus 17 over 14 minus 18. So then the order, 17 goes with 18, and the 14, 1 goes with 1 and 14. So order matters. Whatever ordered pair you choose to be y2, make sure it stays on top of each other. This equation right here, there is no distribution, so you have to combine like terms. The only like terms to be had was 37 minus 18. So then you have 19. And now it becomes a two-step equation, minus 19 on both sides. You get 8w equals 48. And then 48 divided by 18 is whatever fraction that gives you, okay? And you can just type it into the calculator to simplify. This equation students were struggling with, it's just a two-step. You minus 5 on both sides. Now it's a two-step if you do it this way. We can't divide fractions, so we have to multiply by the reciprocal. Reciprocal means whatever is on top goes on bottom, and whatever on bottom goes on top. These wipe out. We're left with x equals 3 times 7 is 21, divided by 3, which x is equal to 7. Now for the last problem, we need to write an equation. So find the slope first. So 7 minus -5, -3 minus 1. So then you get 12 over -4, which is -3, and then you use a point.